direct,
Yeah.
neither,
No.
indirect,
Yes. So inverse proportion is always y equals k over x. So that's inverse.
direct,
Direct proportion is always y equals kx.
neither,
So that's neither. Anything with adding or subtracting isn't proportion. Okay.
direct,
For D, if you were to rearrange it to be y equals, what would it be?
y equals 10 over x,
And so which is that?
inverse,
Yeah. And E?
direct.
Well done, because that would be y equals 4x. Okay, I think you're good there. How do we go about this?
R equals 50 t.
Well, inverse proportion. What does that look like in general?
Like a fraction.
Yeah. And so it's usually like y equals k over x. They're using different letters this time.
uh, 0.3 over something.
So y is inversely proportional to x means y equals k over x. So r is inversely proportional to t?
R equals 0.3 over 50, over t.
And k is a constant. So just in general, no numbers. Now sub in your numbers and try to find k.
15 equals
And we were trying to find k.
okay. Over 4.
No. When r is 15, what is t?
0.3.
Yeah. And so how do you use that to get k?
15 times 0.3.
Yes. Any idea what that is?
0.5. No, wait. 4.5.
Yes. 4.5. And so what is the formula? Now that we have K?
15 equals 4.5 over 0.3.
And so it's a bit like the equation of a line. You just do it in terms of y and x in general, or in this case, r and t. So that's our formula. Okay, that's part A. So part B.
R equals 4.5 over 4.
Yes, over 4. And I don't know if it's calculator or not. Let's see how we do. Nine over 8, 1.125. Let's say 1.125. Okay, any questions there?
Nope.
So step 1 constructs the formula. So direct proportion will be y equals kx, inverse proportion y equals k over x. You always sub in two values, and you do that to find out what k is, to solve for k. And then once you have k, you that's your full formula, and then you sub in values as needed. So it's a bit like the equation of a line, where it's like y equals mx plus c, and first you find m and second you find c, except in this case there's no c. It's like y equals mx, y equals kx, y equals k over x. You find that, and then you use that to get other things. Okay, how would you do part look at the table? No, I think you're okay for that. Okay, let's try these two.
T equals k over m.
This is directly proportional.
Oh. T equals k times m.
Mm-hmm.
Then k equals t over m.
Mm-hmm.
So then 600 over 400 is k.
Well, what m matches up with?
Oh wait, over 250.
Yes. Any idea what that is?
24.
Okay, it's 24.
Then t equals 24 times 400.
That's it. Any idea what that would be?
96,000.
0, 0. Yep, that's it. Okay, part B.
T equals K over P.
Mm-hmm.
So K equals T times P. And then that'd be 360 times 1,400.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to assume this is calculator. $504,000. Okay.
So then T equals 504,000 over 900. Over P. 900.
Yeah. So, and so the formula would be over P. 04, 900, 560. There we go. Any questions there?
Nope.
Okay, so I want to do the higher stuff, or whatever you'd call it. I think they call it more proportion. Those are going to be fine. That's going to be fine, I think. If I have to, I can come back to it. They just use different letters. That's fine. This one, not really. Okay, which graph shows inverse proportion?
B.
No, because it so you could think about like what would be when you start dividing by a half, a quarter, a third.
C.
Yeah. So eventually you divide by 0, it's going up to infinity, and then this way it'll be like k over 50, k over 100, k over 200. It's going to be a very big, very tiny fraction. This one, I'll think about it. This one, okay, more inverse proportion. Okay, any idea about this?
H equals K over R.
What is this about?
Squared.
Yeah.
K equals H times R squared. Which is 3.4 times 25.
So square. 85. Okay.
So then h equals 85 over r squared. So then h equals 85 over 64.
That's it. And if it's a calculator one, I would just do 85 over 8 squared. Just take no chances. 80. Okay, there you go. 1.328.125. I didn't ask for any significant figures. Yeah, okay, I think you're good there. How about this one?
Y equals k over x cubed. Two equals k over 9.
Cubed?
Oh, 27. Then k equals 2 times 27, which is 54. Then y equals 54 over x cubed. Y equals 54 over 125.
54 over, and again, 5 cubed. So there you go. So 0.432. So they have decimals here, so I'll use decimals. 0.432. Okay, part C.
X cubed equals k times y.
No. So what would you get if you did it one step at a time? So it might be easier if you were to flip both sides.
So x cubed equals k over y.
Yes.
So x cubed equals 54 over 6.75.
My guess is it's going to give us a nice easy number. Some easy decimal. Oh, there you go. 8, even easier.
Which is 2.
Which is what, sorry?
2. X equals 2.
Ah, yes, sorry. So x equals 2. Brilliant. Any questions there?
Nope.
And if you're trying to make it like x equals or something equals, it's always easiest if you have that on the top of the fraction. Okay, how about this?
Y equals k over root x.
Mm-hmm.
2 equals k over root x.
What is it?
9, which is 3.
Mm-hmm.
And then 2 times 3 is k, which is 6. So then y equals 6 over root x. And then y equals k over root 4. I mean 6 over root 4. Which is
4 is x.
it is with 6 on it.
Yes.
Which is 3.
Part C.
X equals k over y.
Not x.
Root x.
Yeah.
So root x equals 6 over 6. So x equals 1.
Yeah. So root x is 1, square both sides, x is 1. Okay, I think you're good there. This one, find it up. All right. Very good.
D equals k over r. No, r squared. So k equals d times r squared.
Mm-hmm.
So 28.4 times 15 squared equals K.
There you
Um, and then R squared. Wait, no. Yeah. R squared equals K over D.
go.
Which is 6,390 over 64. And then square root that.
Okay. $9.992. Okay.
Oh, I missed out B. Okay. D equals 6,390 over 25 squared. 125. Yeah. And then so D equals 6,390 over X.
This was to the square of the radius, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah, over X squared.
Okay.
Oh, uh, D equals 639 over 2x squared.
Yeah. And tell me if you're stuck.
How do you get what x is?
So you know how it's 2x squared? So it's like
Mhm.
that. So what would that simplify to? Just a square bracket?
4x.
Yes. So that's 4x squared. You're told the depth is the same? Hold on. Cylinder A has a radius x and is filled with water to a depth d. Hang on, so we want the depth of water in D. Say let that be little d. And then we have to find the depth of water for this one. What's the difference between them? 6390 over x squared becomes 6390 over 4x squared.
4 one's x squared and one's 4x squared.
And so what difference will that make to the depth?
4 times no. Oh, A will be 4 times depth of B.
Yes. And so what is the depth of B in terms of D? So this one has a depth of D. So the depth for this one will be?
Quarter D.
Well done, a quarter D. So you might think, well, it's a half D because it's double the radius, but because it's square proportion, it will be a quarter D because 2 squared is 4. Any questions there?
No.
Okay, so we did a real tricky one. I'm happy with that. That's just the same thing but with a calculator. Let's see, these exam questions, I actually found more. I found many more. And where did I bring them into? I brought them into 3 mark.
D equals k over x. No. D times x equals k.
Is that what you meant?
No.
If it's directly proportional, then it's equal to k times x. Inversely proportional would be k divided by x.
Oh, okay. So k equals d over x.
Mm-hmm.
So 36 over 5.
So that's 7.2.
Then d equals 7.2 times 8.
Yes, d equals 7.2 times 8, whatever that is. 57.6k. That's fine. How would you do this?
Y equals k times x squared.
Mm-hmm.
K equals y over x squared. 100 over 25.
What is that?
Is 4. Then y equals 4 times 9. Which is 45.
X was 3, wasn't it? Oh yeah.
Oh wait, I'm sorry. 36.
Yeah. So that's non-calc. Not that one. Yes, this one.
P equals k over t. K equals p times t. So 12 times 4, which is 48. Then P equals 48 over 6, which is 8.
That's fine. Now we can do this. Let me see. We better. Okay, how about this?
T equals k over squared. K equals t times d squared. So 12 times 64.
You can tell when it goes from non-calc to calc.
then 768 over 0.5 squared.
Yeah. 2. That was T. How about this? And that symbol means proportional, is proportional to.
Okay. Four, 5, is it 4?
How did you get that?
5 squared is 25, and then 1 divided by, wait, is it 0.4?
If y is directly proportional to x, then it's y equals kx. If y is proportional to 1 over x, then it's y equals k over x. And so for this one?
Y equals k out, k over 10 of,
x squared.
oh,
Oh, you're right. So that's 4. Yeah.
oh, okay. 2.5. No.
Or if you
0.25.
find k.
One equals k over 10 squared. 1 times 10 squared, which is 100. 2 no, x equals k over y. X squared equals k over y.
Sure, but you're given x and you want y, so I'd usually put it as y equals.
Oh, okay. Equals 100 over x over 2 squared. Which is 4. Which is 25.
Yeah, so you said 2.5, 0.25.
Oh.
And this one?
100.
Yes. And if we just take a glance at the rest of the exam questions, let's see. So inverse proportional to the square we did inverse proportional to square, we did, they just use different letters, which we did. Inverse proportional to the square calculator, inverse proportional to the square, inverse proportional to square root calculator, directly proportional, and that's it. Yeah, so we've done at least one of each, and we did our topic test. How was that for you?